All right, for our player interview, our bonus player interview here on Blitz, we're at Jefferson High School. Go down the line here. We got senior Jordan Perry, senior Kadin Bailey, and sophomore Sammy Brown. Guys, really appreciate your time. Thanks for stepping in front of the camera. I know it's not easy. So JP, we'll start with you, man. Talk about, first of all, last year, going back to the state title game, how long did the sting last where you get up every morning and you're like, man, we were this close to winning state? How long did that last? But then also, how have you turned that to kind of fuel the fire and the passion for you this year?
I mean, it lasted a good week. It was hard. It was definitely tough, especially making it all the way there and stuff. But coming into summer this week, we were all coming in thinking we can make a big impact. So yeah.
All right, so Kadin, for you, your recruiting definitely has picked up over the last several weeks, over the summer. What is the area of your game that you've kind of spent the most time trying to improve heading into your senior year?
I definitely try to improve everything, but mostly my pass rush is what I need to get better at. Because I never really worked on it before this season, so I want to get better at that.
Yeah, and I heard you put on about 10 or 15 pounds as well, so a lot of time in the weight room this summer too. All right, so Sammy, for you, in a monster freshman year, which we don't typically see from a freshman, I think a lot of people were saying it was like you were like a man among boys at times out there on the field. So talk about what it was like to be able to have that kind of success as just a freshman. How much confidence did that give you?
Well, it's just kind of surreal to go out there and be able to do those things. I rushed for 1,300 yards, and I mean, it's really good to do that in general. So it was just kind of surreal, and I'm really thankful that I'm able to do that. I'm thankful to God, thankful to my parents. It's really good that I was able to go out there and do those things.
Yeah, absolutely, and an incredible season, like you said, not just for a freshman, but on any standard as well. Jordan, for you, same question I asked Kadin. How have you kind of upped your game? Because great players like all of you and Malachi as well, and everyone on this team, there's always room to improve, regardless of how good you are. So where have you kind of been focusing your time?
This summer I've really been focusing on coverage, man-to-man, things like that, tackling, just things like that. So yeah, and on offense, catching the ball, being a receiver and stuff like that, going out wide and everything.
Yeah, now this team did lose a good deal of talent on the defensive side of the ball. A good thing is all of you guys are going to be playing on that side of the ball. But Kadin, the consensus around the area is like, hey, Jefferson lost a lot on defense, but at least they have Kadin Bailey coming back. So whether you like it or not, you got the extra, emphasis put on yourself to kind of fill the gap left by some of those guys as well. Do you kind of embrace having that much on your shoulders, or how do you handle the pressure that's being put on you?
Yeah, I definitely do, but I don't think it's going to be that much to fill. Like, we did lose a lot of dudes, but I think we're filling them in with pretty good players. They're just, the bad things is just inexperience. But I think once they get going, they'll all be fine.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, because Jefferson, unlike a lot of programs, just has that ability to, you guys are part of that at some point, being those guys that at one point kind of lock and reload from the players above you. So, Sammy, for you, making the move from Commerce to Jefferson could not have been the easiest thing, but talk about making that transition as much as you want to share on that, and maybe how it's been different here at Jefferson and getting acclimated to the football environment.
Well, it's been a really positive change, and yeah, it does suck to leave your friends from Commerce, but we didn't move houses, so I'm 5 minutes from all my friends, so it's not like it's that huge of a change. And all the people over here are great people. It's basically the same as Commerce. They're all really good people. They want me to be a better person and a better player.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so JP, going back to you, man, this team has so much hype around it, which is obvious. You're coming off a state runner-up finish, likely #1 ranking when those polls come out. All the Division I prospects, including all you guys, as part of that. So how do you guys speak on behalf of the team and even for yourself? How do you handle the hype that surrounds the team? Is it something where you guys sometimes get caught up in it, or do you not even care about it?
We usually don't get caught up in it. We all usually do our own thing, come out and play, so it usually doesn't bother us that much.
Yeah. So how do you guys handle blocking out the noise, though, and concentrating on the task at hand?
We usually just go out and work. We got Coach Cathcart out there preaching to us. Everybody's got a target on our back, so just keep it going, keep it moving. Don't get caught up in it.
Yeah. And so you talk about Coach Cathcart preaching. So Kadin, a lot of teams, not all of them, have like a motto or a consistent message that they are preaching. It's kind of something they rally around. Is there something like that for Jefferson football this year? What is it? What's the meaning behind it?
Yeah, we use the Clemson quote. We say we want to be all in and just get better every day. We all say day by day, week by week, and game by game, rep by rep. We just get better every day.
Yep, and that's actually where I'm going next with you, Sammy, is again, just like the rest of these guys, we all have areas we can always improve on, even yourself. So what has been the biggest area that you've kind of concentrated on from year 1 to year 2, and how do you handle the hype that comes around being a star player like yourself and being so young?
Well, I've really just tried to work mainly on my defense, just in general, because that's what I'm getting recruited as. So I really tried to work on plugging gaps and being able to fill in coverage and all that. And I haven't really tried to let it get to my head, but it's definitely kind of, it's kind of there,
Yeah.
like you have to go out there and be able to perform.
How do you handle that? I mean, do you fight against sometimes having to maintain humbleness, or is that part of it easy for you and just sort of hard to block out the noise sometimes?
Well, I'm really try to stay humble. There's no reason to be cocky because it'll always come and bite you in the butt. But I try to focus on other things that can take my thoughts off of the recruiting process, stuff like that, like going fishing, riding my bike and all that.
Right. All right, so for you two guys, as seniors, you get the tough question of kind of a recruiting update, because everybody kind of wonders what the deal is. And I'm not going to put you guys on the spot and ask, who's favored right now in your process, but I'd like for both of you to share. I don't care who goes first, but just the process itself, has it been stressful for you, or have you enjoyed it? And then when can we kind of anticipate you guys making some kind of a decision?
I mean, it's stressful at times, but I've definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it this summer, going to Kansas, going to all these different places, North Carolina. Dude. It's definitely fun. But yeah, times it gets stressful making a decision and all that. But yeah, I'm not really sure what time I'm making one, but it's gonna probably be soon.
Okay. And Kadin, what about you?
Mine has also been stressful, but I love going over summer, all them schools, seeing every place and all the coaches, how they put their time into me. It's great, but I'm probably gonna make my decision later on because I want to see if I can bring in other big schools and just get out there more.
Yeah, well, you guys all got the D1 interest going, but I know the most important thing for you guys is W's. That's all that counts, right? So hoping you guys get a bunch of those this year. I'm betting you will, and hopefully bring some hardware back here to Jefferson. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.